What's up, my spices? You already know the truth. It's your girl, the spicy pineapple. Okay, so I'm excited about this reading. We're doing a pick a card today, and I know y'all saw the title. So we're gonna do what are your spiritual gifts. Now, I will say I'm almost 100% certain that you know what these gifts are. But if there has been, maybe somebody has been feeling the inclination that there's a new gift or there's some other spiritual gifts that your spirit team is ready to show to you, present to you. Maybe you've been curious about something and you're wondering if that's something that you should pursue. We'll get all those answers today, okay? So like the traditional style we've been doing, I like picking the cards with you all on the screen. So we have here I believe, I don't want to be incorrect with the title of the deck because I know people care about those things. So let me tell you the proper title. This is the Sacred Light Oracle, okay? So we'll pick some cards from here and let's give it a good 3 shuffles. Okay, that one wasn't a great one. And I have shuffled these off, but I just do want to give y'all a shuffle on the screen so we can put your energy in there as well. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and pick the 3 piles. For group 1, for their spiritual gifts, group 1. Okay. We'll reveal those at the end. Okay, so that one wants to come out. And group 3. Group 3. What do you have here for group 3? Your spiritual gift. Okay. Okay. Thank you. All right, everybody. So, for group 1, we have here past life. It says a cultural experience is behind you. Regression. It's behind you, sorry. It's behind you. Okay, so for group 2, we have here scales of karma. It says cycles of disharmony, creating new traditions, unfortunate events. I already know where that one is going. I got a strong vibe from group 2. Okay, and then we have angelic realms, a team effort, charity, validation, patience. So we have 24, 27, and 1, if you all like to choose with numbers. Here at the Spicy Pineapple Truth, we go off of intuition, okay? So I do want you to tap into your intuition at this time. Take a deep breath, close your eyes, and really internalize the question. Ask yourself, which pile is best for you, okay? When you open your eyes, what card do you lock on? What is fully feeling like it's truly calling on you? And pick that pile and trust in that answer, because you will lie. I would say you will lie. You will lead yourself to the right place. And that lie I feel like came out is because you know it's not a lie. Your true intentions and your true state of mind, your heart, your soul is going to lead you in the perfect direction, and the message will resonate for you, or there will be something there for you. If it doesn't resonate, don't force it, but truly just listen to the message and take heed of what it's saying. So I will put the timestamps in the description box. You'll also see the chapters, so you can go ahead and click those and find your section, and I will see y'all in your reading. Okay, peace. Welcome to your reading, group 1. Okay, let's get into it. So, as I was shuffling the tarot deck that we're using, okay, so we're using the Orisha deck. Oh, I feel very spiritually connected to this deck, especially when it comes to this message. And as I was shuffling, I kept getting a lot of pentacles for you all, right? Which is finances. Like if you know about tarot, that's the disc, or in this deck it's going to say disc, but that's pentacles. And that's about finances and being financially secure, strong. And so when the message I was hearing as I was shuffling and getting prepared for you all's reading is there is someone here in this in this group that is a healer, okay? And not a healer just from the sense of like a doctor or something. This is someone that is going to have some type of gift, talent, thing that they just do naturally that is healing for people. So if you're like a good listener and you maybe never thought of that as being like a gift, right? You listening to people and maybe even giving some small advice, if you give advice at all, because I feel like this is about somebody that listens. You allow people space to vent and to free themselves from things that is burdening them. You see, that's a healing aspect. There's also an aspect here of someone that like could make some type of art. So if you paint, or if you like do like paintings and people can feel the emotion behind paintings, or if you're a speaker, just a natural born leader, and you take charge and relieve people of stress. And you maybe not have thought of that as being like a gift. Spirit wants you to acknowledge that you have a gift of healing people, whether it's their energy or physically. But it's giving more the vibe of energy. Okay? And so let's get into your card. That was just a message I was channeling. If you're new here, when I say we, I'm talking about me and my spirit team. We translate these messages to you in the form and fashion that's going to make most sense to you. Okay? And so with that being said, there's no need for the cards. You intuitively already know what you need to know. The cards are just confirmation. I'm only a vessel here that is translating a message to you that you already intuitively know and feel, and your soul is now aligning itself with the message, if that makes sense. I hope it makes sense to you. But we have here the past life card. It says a cultural experience, it's behind you, regression. And so the reason I speak on the healer is I'm not sure if you all are familiar with the term wounded healer. But this is a person that is going to go through a lot of trials, tribulations, different experiences in life in order to be relatable. And that the word, I'm sure that's not the best word for what I'm trying to say right now. But what I'm hearing is relatable. Think about this. If you're going to a gym and you want to learn how to lose weight, but you get a gymnast, a trainer that has been skinny their whole life and they've never had to deal with losing weight. So they're not able to resonate. Versus a person that has lost 80 pounds and now is showing people how to lose 80 pounds. Who are you more to align with? The person that's never been skinny and just looks buff and they were just built like that, or the person that literally went through that situation and is able to give you real life, real time experience on that, so that now you can truly feel like this is an accomplished, this is this is something you can accomplish. I'm sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied. It's doable. It's accomplishable. And in there's a saxophone, right? And so, like I said, there's gifts a lot of you may not know about in talents, in spoken word, in music, in listening, in being a joyful person. Like you have, and in your past life, have been a healer. Now, I feel like you have been and have come and done different forms of healing. So in this, that's why in this current life that you are living, you are able to acknowledge that. I don't think that you have had the chance to acknowledge this healer in you. And there's something that you're learning about why you go through all the situations and why you've been through all the situations. And now this is your season when it makes sense. It clicks because you understand that things weren't being done to you. They're being done for you in order to help somebody else that is not able to help themselves. See, there's a quote, and I don't like to quote the Bible because I don't really know I don't know the verse verbatim. But there's something where they say God gives his hardest battles to his strongest warriors, right? And so if you are feeling like you're dealing with something or have dealt with something that seemed unobtainable, hard, stressful, overburdening, that's an ego, because God will not give you something that you cannot handle, right? So you are here to take in that lesson from whatever that situation was, to help somebody that possibly does not have the same strength that you have. And you know, everybody has a different way that they explain things to people. That's why there's several tarot readers, not just me, not just someone else, not this person's message are always resonating, because there's different messages that people need to hear. And it takes a certain way for a person to say it for someone to get it. You have that gift. That's something that you can do. But I'm going to pull some cards here to see like some actual gifts that we could use with divination that you will have. Let's see. But I do know that you are a healer. Okay, too many. What do you have here for group 1 as far as spiritual gifts? Okay, taking it. Thank you. All right, group 1. So we have clairvoyance. Look, third eye, clairvoyance. So you got 2 clairvoyance cards. Clairvoyance is seeing, right? So with clairvoyance, there's a strong connection with consciousness. And maybe an understanding, right? This is someone that doesn't understand but understands. They understand the lesson, but they need to understand it as well. That's what makes great teachers, right? The teacher learned the information and then is now able to apply it and teach other people that may not learn the same that they do. So they know different ways to accomplish the goal at hand. So if you do and you want to help people, but you feel like you can only help in one way, that is Spirit saying to expand yourself and think about how you help in other ways, rather than just what you think is helpful. I hope that makes sense. So let's see. We got the third eye. It has some information here on the back. Let's see. We can read it. It says the third eye is our invisible eye and allows us to see into the inner realms and unlock our higher consciousness. And in New Age spirituality, the third eye is also symbolizes the state of enlightenment. It is when our third eye is open that we can see visions of the future and gain spiritual knowledge to understand our past. And look at that, y'all. We have here past life. So like I said, you're here understanding why you went through and are going through these situations, right? But it takes you opening your third eye and understanding that you have this gift to see. Have you ever felt like there's been a moment where you felt like, oh, I knew that was going to happen? Why do you feel like you knew it was going to happen? Right? That's something you sit with and think about, because that's when you start understanding and understanding your abilities, right? It also says here, it says understanding our past and our future. It says the stronger our third eye becomes, the better we can observe auras and even have out-of-body experiences, right? While the third eye is invisible, it's thought to be located in the middle of our forehead, above the space between your eyebrows. It's also referred to as angina, ajna, I believe, the brow chakra, and the pineal eye, at the pineal eye. It is important to remember that as you're opening your third eye, you must balance all of your chakras. Too much energy going to your third eye can overwhelm you and lead you to fall for delusions. Exactly. So, you know that phrase when they say, fool me once, can't get fooled again? And that's, sorry y'all, I just went out of focus. That's exactly what this is talking about. So you have a gift to see into the future. Now, what you do with that information is all up to you, right? But you have this ability to see and to understand and to understand. And exactly what I was talking about with you seeing people's energies is the same thing as auras. It says something about you being able to see auras. You will be able to be more helpful once you understand the situations and why you've been put in certain situations, why you gravitate towards certain people, how are you supposed to help these certain people, and what are you supposed to do or not do. That's a gift though. Whether you may feel like, oh, it's not a superpower, it is a power. Because you have the ability to see what's real and what's not. But if you don't, or if you're super focused on seeing everything, you will start to fool yourself. That's what that's saying. So then here Spirit they want you to know about how to prepare, because there's so many different cards in this deck, but they give you these and they're giving you the answers. It says every person has the ability to open their third eye and use their sixth sense. It's a gift that lives within all of us. It just needs to be channeled, okay? To prepare for clairvoyance, start by closing your eye so that the outside world doesn't distract you and you can focus on your third eye. Allow yourself to completely relax by meditating. Let yourself zone out. That's exactly what I was asking y'all to do in the beginning of this video when it comes to choosing these decks. So if you were in a space where you are wondering like, oh, I don't trust myself, you should check that as a message that this is for you. Because you chose this and you exercise your clairvoyance by doing that. By trusting in what is being said. Look at this line right here, y'all. It says the most important thing in preparing for clairvoyance is learning to trust yourself. I literally was saying this and didn't even know that said it. It says often we ignore our intuition, brushing it off as coincidence. Oh my gosh, we were just saying this. Coincidence. It says or we overthink everything too much because the answers come too easily. Right? Just trust your first response to everything. If something tells you not to go to the bank, don't go. If something tells you to call your mom, call your mom. Your first instinct is almost always the right one. And the more you keep following your gut feeling, the stronger your sixth sense will become. I mean, if I cannot make this reading up. We sat here and talked about how you have an ability to see and to trust and to move forward and to prosper onward, right? You have this. So trust in that ability. And so much is coming for you, so much. So many more gifts to see. I want to see what other gifts you have, but clearly this is a clear look. This is a clear one. You are able to see people, truth, energy, but you also have a chance and the ability to influence it by being you, by helping, by listening. Whatever it is that makes you great, that helps people. I gotta come right back. The camera's gonna cut off. All right, y'all, so let's get into the tarot. Let's see some more of these gifts for group one. What other gifts does group one have? Spiritual gifts. Can you show us? Okay. Let's see. for group 1. Okay, that's too many. Take that one though. Okay. Well, we got the 3 of discs. So that's the 3 of pentacles, which is indicative to working together in a team, working with people. You work well with people. And look at this. Y'all, look at this lady. Is she not doing like some type of service on this person? And look at all these things. So it's like you can heal people through food. You can heal people from sickness, from overdosing. You know, you could be a recovering addict. You could be a person that has had gone through a lot of physical pain with the body, and you know how to heal, how to help people's back not hurt, or you know, something that you do that you don't really think about is a healing gift. Healing beyond just being helpful, right? I want to make that clear. Yeah, what we have here, the 5 of Swords in reverse. And the 2 of Wands, yeah. Two of Wands could sometimes be reflective of like a little bit of like indecisiveness, right? Making a decision, feeling afraid to make a decision. I feel like you have an ability to push people towards change. Whether they want to change or not is another thing, okay? Because you could, I heard somebody say, well, what if they don't want to change? That's a them thing. But I feel like you have also an ability to be a mediator almost. So you can bring people together when there's conflict. Because like there's water here in between these 2 rams that are butting heads. Get it in focus. There's water here. But the way your cards fell is in reverse. So you see here, there's this anvil that could come crashing in. All these emotions come crashing in. I feel like you have this ability to mediate. Got the referee here. So you have this ability to get people to see the brighter side of things. I just heard, it's going to be a brighter day, brighter day. So you have that ability as well. But that is going along with your clairvoyance of being able to see and being able to see the positive. You may not know why you see the positive. You may not have realized that you are being a glimmer of hope for people to cling to something more positive. What else do you have here for group 1? Ooh. Too many. What else do you have here for group 1? Got here the 8 of Wands. Yeah, fast. And is that the Ace of Cups? Yeah, You remind people that love. I just heard that song. What was it by Bob Marley? To be loved, what to be loved. That song, to be loved. But you remind people to lead with love. There's this world here, right? And I don't know if you can see in the world is dark on one side. But then this flower and this blossom and this gleam. And I feel like so the darkness is retreating. That's what I'm getting from this. Not coming in, but retreating. And so you have this ability to heal the world. Whether it's with your music, with your gift, with your spirit, with your energy. You can do that. But it takes you believing in that. It takes you believing in your gift and what you have to offer. Because you do have something to offer. I want you to understand that you do have something to offer. And whether you find it grand or not, it is something to offer people that is beneficial to them. And to yourself. Right? What else do you have here about group 1 and their gift? And their spiritual gift? Can you show me their spiritual gift? Which also, I feel like you have a great way of manifesting as well, group number 1. So you're able to manifest and bring things into your life that you desire. However, it comes when it's supposed to come. So if you're like, oh, I haven't been able to, it comes when it's ready, when it's time. That's how the manifestation works. It comes when it's time. Not that you're not supposed to have it or that you're not doing the proper thing. It comes when it's time. So we got here coins. Let's get it in focus. We got here coins. It says money will be coming to you. Exactly. So if you've been wondering about your manifestation and your dreams and aspirations coming into fruition, they are. Okay? Like I said, because you have that ability to manifest. It says, caterpillar, things will not always be this way. Change is coming. Exactly. So Spirit wants you to understand, like I said, why you going through certain situations. Because when it's now time for your glow up season, the bright season when you're on this side of the world, clearing that darkness, you understand why you're doing it. And you have a strong, concrete. I saw the tower for you all when I was shuffling the deck. And it has not appeared again, but it was in reverse. And that's like rebuilding a foundation, starting over from scratch, truly understanding, yeah, the strength card. That's exactly what I was trying to say. Have strength and continue and follow and trust that Spirit has your back in everything that you're doing. Every venture that you go on, everything has a reason. Look here, we have here the dragon. Beware of self-delusion. Right, exactly. You don't want to talk yourself out of of having this gift and these blessings. You have this gift for a reason, Spirit says. And it's one of the hardest gifts because you're wondering why you know what you know. But you know what you know because Spirit is saying that you have the ability to share this and help people with it. All right, lastly, what we have here. Yep. So we got the lion here, time to act. And we have also here, we got a cheetah. So it's a lot of cat energy, fierce animal energy. Here we have the lion. It says time to act. The time is now, okay? Trust in everything. It says, we also got the kangaroo. It says unsettled times, need to plan ahead. Right, so for these times and why I feel like you got the unsettled is because you felt like that. You felt unsettled, but now it's time to act on the unsettledness. Spirit wants you to explore why you feel unsettled. Why do you feel why you feel? That debunking those things are going to help you clearly see, look, in the death card at the bottom, where you need to start over. And why the lessons that you were learning them. So then once you have that clarity, you can share that with someone else. So I hope that was helpful. I love you, group 1. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Peace, and I will see you in the next reading. What's up, group 2? Welcome to your reading. Okay, so you made it. Whew. All right, I was shuffling you all's cards, and I definitely got this vibe. And the 6 of disc kept falling out, which 6 of disc in this deck, because I'm using the Orisha deck, is the 6 of Pentacles, okay? And 6 of Pentacles is speaking of like equal give and take, you know, fairness, you know, like you get what you give out. And so, but what I feel like for you is I feel like you don't feel like that. I feel like you feel like, oh, sorry. I didn't know it was going out of focus, everyone. All right, I feel like for you, I feel like you feel like you've gotten the short end of the stick when it comes to situations, right? And there's a reason in this because of your gift. And I'm going to explain it to you. You have this gift, group 1, where despite how you may feel, you are still able to see the positive side of something. Now, in this, it gives people hope. Whether it's you or yourself, there's something in you that has hope. And maybe you don't feel like that right now. Maybe you feel hopeless. But when I said when I got this vibe from this card, if you felt like you should watch group 1, you should, because I feel like this is an extension of it, because their message was about being a wounded healer. Now, this is somebody that's gonna go through a lot of things in their past, because of past life, because of whatever they went through and in the past, and they could now have this karma and this lifestyle and lifetime that they're dealing with. However, the reason is not because you're being punished. It's because you have to learn these lessons in order to be a teacher. If you look here, you have this person with this book, and it looks like almost like the older version of this one. So there was a lot of prayer and understanding that has to happen from this child to become here now the teacher. The student becomes the teacher, right? So right now in life, it feels like you're just constantly being a student. And it's lesson after lesson after lesson after lesson after lesson. And it seems like you are misfortunate. It seems like you're getting the short end of the stick. That's what I keep hearing. Spirit wants you to know that is not the case, my love. The case here is you are going to be a help to someone. And it's like, I know you're like, well, I want to help myself. You are. You're doing both at the same time, whether you believe it or not. And the reason I said something about hope is because we have here a dove. When we think about doves, they release doves like weddings and things like that. But doves represent freedom. And think about a person that feels trapped. They don't find freedom. So for you, a person that may feel trapped in their situation, that will, because you will, find freedom. How you can help someone else find freedom. And it may not even be purposely. What if you were a chef, right? And you find out something about a health condition. Now, this is just a example. It could be somebody's story, but this is an example. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. There's a person that needs to eat better. Now, you've been on this kick where you've been trying to eat better yourself. And you understand and resonate about how it's hard and how you crave things and this, and this. But now you have tips, tricks, methods, things that actually you've done on the opposite side of this that you can now provide. What if that person was dying, right? And they had no other way but your method. Do you see what I'm saying? I hope that seriousness of that message makes sense. Like, you may just be teaching people how to make stuff because you enjoy it. What about ever thinking about how that could have saved or is saving people's lives? Just by you being there and going through it and showing people that there is freedom on the other side. I am going to pull some more cards here for y'all, but I definitely was getting that message heavily from you all, for you all. So what else do you have for group 2 when it comes to their spiritual gifts? Their spiritual gifts. Okay. Anything else? Okay, you want to come back to it. All right. Now, if you see these, now these are just 2 gifts that Spirit says you have. Now, if you have not experienced or explored these, that is perfectly fine. I'm going to explain to you what it is and why they're coming out. Okay? So don't be like, oh wait, I don't want to do that. Trust, you will understand and understand everything by the end of this. So we have tasseography, okay? Tasseography is tea leaf reading. You read people's fortunes through leaves. But specifically, it's talking about mystical beings, symbolism, okay? Now, for you, group 2, this is you being able to understand the connection of symbolisms in the world. And I'm going to tell you why that makes so much sense. Look what you have here. Didn't we talk about the fact that there's a dove here? Understanding what these animals, these flowers, anything that's happening around you, you understand that the spirit, the universe, is communicating with you and trying to show you something within regards to that message, okay? So let's read what it has here, because they have a little bit of information on the back, so I definitely want to share that with you all. It says mystical being symbolism. Similar to animals, look, seeing mystical beings in your cup is a powerful omen. However, it also contains a magical influence. Unlike animals, you won't have to work that hard to make good things or bad things occur. Instead, things will just happen like magic. It also, wait, hold on, I can't read. It's also rarer to find these symbols in your cup. So if you do see them, consider them very important. So this is for you if you do tasseography already and you are into reading symbols within your cup and your tea leaves. This is saying pay attention to if you're starting to see mythological creatures within. But if you're now, Spirit is saying to me, if you watch a lot of stuff, TV shows, read a lot of books, and you're encountering a lot of warlocks, mythological creatures and things like that, also take that as a message as well. Not just reading them in a cup. Okay, so if you've walked around and you've seen a lot of unicorns somewhere, or if you've been running up upon a lot of dragons, or you watch a lot of fairy tale movies and things like that, Harry Potter and things like that, look at the messages and what those are trying to tell you, okay? But here's just a couple of meanings that they have here, so you all can screenshot this if you want to, so that you can remember that. But it says angels are good news. It's good news that brings happiness. Devil, bad influences. Dragon, large and sudden change. Elf, be on your guard, you may be pranked. Fairy, good news. Griffins, becoming powerful. Mermaids, secrets, mystery. Sphinx, your hopes are too high. Unicorns, scandal. Witches, psychic abilities. And wizards, successfully moving forward, okay? So if you all want to screenshot that, and if you see these symbolisms within like the month or so, make sure you take note of it, because you have the ability to get messages from spirit through creatures, critters, things like that, bugs. It's more than that. Like I said, it could be rain. Like, you understand the meaning of things and what is. And I just saw 11:11 on the time as I said that. So if that's confirmation of someone, you understand the symbolism of animals, creatures, but specifically pay attention to now mythological if you haven't been paying attention to that. So we also have here palmistry. So Spirit is saying you also might be a palm reader, or if you ever thought about doing palmistry, but that, so I can give you that background. It's basically, I'm not going to read the whole thing here, but it says, while the origins are uncertain, palmistry is believed to have started in the ancient India with roots to Vedic astrology. It then spreads to China, Tibet, Persia, Egypt, and Greece, okay? It says palmistry was outlawed throughout the Middle Ages and okay? So it's just giving the back of palmistry. But what I want you to get from this, Spirit is telling you that you also have the ability to do some type of divination. Okay? So if that is reading palms, doing tasseography, doing tarot, I feel like you have some type of intuition as well. We all have our intuition, but you intuitively know that there is something, some gift that you have where you can see beyond what is right here, right now. Okay? And as interesting as I say that, because then here goes clairvoyance on the top of the deck as I'm saying that to you all, and it says premonitions. And it says a premonition is a strong feeling that something is about to happen. So I'm sure you all have felt that. It's that chill that you get right before a telephone call informing you of bad news. It's a nightmare about a tragic accident the day before it takes place. You see it, but you don't want to believe it. Look, exactly what I was just saying. You have ability to see something that's going to give you messages about what's going to happen in the future. So whether that's you seeing that through tarot, like I said, through some type of form of divination, whether that's you seeing symbolism with creatures, animals, objects, things like that, if you pay attention to those type of symbolisms, you can get it through that. And you're also learning through life and the lessons that you go through so that you can help people, okay? But look what it says here. It says, it is important to follow your intuition. If you have a knot in your stomach and you don't know why, trust it. Premonitions are warnings trying to protect us. If we heed those warnings, we may be able to change our fate. So Spirit is saying they give you visual, physical body cues. So you could also be clairsentient. You could feel things. That's also going to help you in making your decisions in life. So I'm going to pull some tarot and we're going to see what else the Spirit wants to give us about your spiritual gifts. Okay, Spirit, what else do you have here for group 2 when it comes to their spiritual gifts? Okay, thank you. So we got, oh wow, exactly. This card came out in group 1, but in reverse. The Two of Wands. We got the Ace of Discs. We got the Empress. Trying to see if I can get all of them on the screen at the same time. I gotta move my pineapple back a little bit. Y'all see my spicy pineapple. And then we got the Lovers. Okay. Now, the Two of Wands is like planning, right? So with the Two of Wands here, but I feel like you're in this place right now where you're doing a lot of planning of your future, where you want to go. Yeah, what you want to do, who you want to do it with. So in regards to your gift, you are a master manifester is what I'm getting. With preparation, Spirit is saying. Because I feel like you can manifest a lot of things towards you. However, it's either going to be great or it's not. So you have the ability to bring not great things towards you as well as great things. But whatever you do, understand that people are going to look up to you. People look up to you. You're a role model. And that is important, right? You have a gift, like I said, you're going to be in a space where you have a lot of people that are believing and trusting in what you're saying, because they believe and trust in you. And you're going to bring these people towards you without you even realizing it. This is going to be like with this Empress energy, that is a person that draws things towards them. So financially, if you haven't even thought of like making whatever this thing a career it could possibly be for you, it's what I'm getting for you, group 2, that this thing that you do could turn out to be a career. What else do you have here for group 2 when it comes to their spiritual gift? Or you could possibly do this gift, use this gift in your work practice. Oh my gosh, I had a feeling that was about to happen. And all the cards said kaplat, which I guess that means they wanted me to take that card instead, because I lost my 3rd card in the rubble. And that one was sticking out, so we will take it. All right, so what do we have here for group 2? All right, y'all. Had to get everything back together. So we have here, look, desk. Okay, look exactly what I just said. It says pay attention to your work. Like I said, some of you all may use this gift as a career, in a career path, as a career choice, or you may follow it or want to expand and do this as a career. So don't rule that out. You could also you could also be in the healthcare field or want to help people in that capacity, like herbalist. I was hearing that earlier. Like you could want to be an herbalist or do some type of healing, nature healing. So you could be like a chiropractor or do something like that. Where you're doing, you're not using Western medicine, so you're not wanting to inject the body with other things and stuff like that. So we have here Vine. It says seek out, Vine. It says seek out information that will help you, right? So Spirit is saying that it's now time for you to look into what things you can do, and find what resources are around for you to learn and be prepared. Plan, get prepared, and find the love and passion for this thing that you do. Spirit is saying once you get prepared and you start putting yourself in the space where you're actually learning and moving forward and grasping more knowledge about this thing, it will become a career for you. And then we have here, we have Rabbit. It says too much concern with sexual matters. That's very interesting. I wonder for you, and this may be for somebody. So for some of you, you may help people when it comes to trauma, when it comes to sexual matters. So people may have gone through sexual trauma, things like that. You may be able to help with that. Others of you, you may be putting your relationship before your career when it comes to that. That's for some of you. So Spirit is just saying for me to touch on that, to say that. Some of you are putting yeah, look at that. Then we got here Target. This has a goal-oriented person. Yeah, Spirit is saying stop putting your love life before your work. Your work is now important right now at this time, at this moment. So you need to really focus and hone in on what you want to do for your life, right? And then all the rest of the stuff will fall in place. But it's now time for you to be laser focused on the things that are going to help you advance right now. So if you've been wishing for one thing, but then you're wanting the next, Spirit is saying it's time for you to put your focus in one of those places. You are a master manifester. You will have all of it. But now we're going back to step 1 is what Spirit is saying. We're building the foundation from the beginning. What advice do you have here for group 2? You have some advice here for group 2? Okay, well that was way too many. I'll take the one that flipped over. Got the Hierophant. In reverse, what advice do you have here for group 2? Yeah, so Spirit is basically saying evaluate where you want to be in life. Set your goals, get planned, get ready, get scheduled. And make a plan. Figure out a game plan. I'm thinking about a master plan. So it's time for you to figure out a plan on what you want to do, where you want to go in life, where you want to take this. Yeah. And Queen of Cups is now time to cultivate it, nurture it, make it your baby. You know, when people say, oh, this is my baby, make this your baby. Make this your focus right now. Give it your undivided attention for as long as you can. And watch it hatch and grow into something. There's eggs underneath this rooster in the back. So that means there's babies, you know, but babies take time to grow inside. See, think about this. There's babies growing inside the womb before they're continuing to grow outside. They have to grow inside, but you don't see them until they're outside. So you're growing something inside. Now it's time for you to prepare while the baby is inside so that you can have the space ready for when it comes out. Right? You're not scrambling, trying to find a crib and trying to find this, find that. You're prepared. So that's a message for somebody. If you want to make this healing, this lifestyle a job, you have to get goal-oriented, okay? So I love y'all. That's what I have here for y'all, group 2. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next reading. Peace. Stay true to yourself. What's up, group 3? Welcome to your reading. You made it. All right, y'all. So as I was shuffling for the group, I was hearing something, and I was like, okay. Well, first of all, what I noticed is, if y'all look at y'all image, so y'all picked Angelic Realm. It says a team effort, charity, validation, patience, okay? Now, I don't know if you noticed, but there's like 2 of every animal. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, this reminds me of Noah. Like Noah's Ark, right? In the Bible. Now, Noah was given this, and don't if I'm wrong, y'all, but I feel like I'm speaking from spirit, so they're going to give me the truth. So Noah was given this task that he had to build this boat because there was a flood coming, so he could save 2 of every animal, right? So that these animals, if they were to die because of this thing was happening, they can now recreate themselves, right? Procreate takes 2, like Adam and Eve is a beginning, 1, 2 sets of everything, right? And so this is 2 messages here. I feel like you have this gift, group 3, and I'm gonna get more clarification, but it's like, I feel like you have this direct communication with spirit. This is giving me the vibe of somebody that's clairaudient. So you may hear things, you may hear that you should do this. Hey, you should do this, and it sounds like a thought in your head, right? It's like, so it's giving me the vibe of somebody that could be very clairaudient. Speaks to spirit. You also could be, I feel like you here in group 3, you're a very empathetic person. So you're an empath. Feel like you're able to feel other people's emotions, and that helps you to relate to them, right? So I feel like you could be the most relatable person, you know, like, you know, a lot of people come to you because you understand, or when they're talking about their situation, you don't judge them, you understand, you're listening. That's a spiritual gift that you have. But, and like I said, there's something with your ears here and hearing. I don't know why I just heard you could do what you want to do and live in color. That's really interesting. So it means, I felt like, and then I was doing this motion, and as I thought about it, and I think spirit is telling me, okay, now spirit is telling me that you could feel energies, for one, so that's the empathic, but a lot of you, or some of you here, can see auras. So you see colors around people. Or you can see the color of a room. You can see the color of a food. You can see, I don't know if this makes sense to you, but some people can hear the vibration of colors. Like if they hear certain music, this happens with people that are blind. I mean, people that are deaf, they go off of vibrations. I feel like I'm getting mistaken. There is a visually or hearing impaired where they can see colors and feel an emotion. The colors have an emotion. And I feel like you have this ability, whether you know how to use it, take advantage of it or not, you're able to see colors and feel them, experience them, hear them, more than just the visual aspect that everybody else can see. And we'll get into, and I'll ask Spirit with the tarot why that's important, but I want to say that taste colors, like, you know, you can use all of your senses to understand the color, and you can feel them around other people. You can walk in a room, you probably would say the room is very green, and people will not understand that, but you would, right? So I'm gonna pull some cards here to see what other spiritual gifts, what Spirit wants to give me, possibly like a divination or some information that they want to share with you as far as some of these gifts are concerned. So let's see what we got here for y'all. So we got two cards here. So we got Tasseography and Palmistry, okay? 1 second. What else do you have here for group 3? I'm hearing to get another. Okay, okay. I figured that one was trying to come out. I saw it at the top. So we'll get into all of these. Okay? So you could possibly have the ability, okay, to do tasseography. Now, tasseography is the art form of reading or seeing through tea leaves, okay? This is like reading people's leaves. So if you ever seen a scene on a movie where somebody's like give somebody a cup and then they take the cup and they're like telling them their fortune, that's what tasseography is. So you have the ability to do that if that is something that you want to go into and explore, okay? Yeah, it's called cup, is a cup of divination. You could go get a cup and practice this if you desire, okay? But Spirit is saying that's for some of you. If you want to go in and explore that some more, you're definitely welcome to do so. It's pronounced tasseography. But we have here dowsing. Now, dowsing is using some type of rod or pendulum thing like that to read the energy in the room. And this is specifically what I was talking about. You have the dowsing ability to do this with color as well. It's the same thing. You can read the energy in a room, but you correlate by colors, okay? Now, for others of you that are not really ready to use or practice or understand the colors, there are tools that you can use to help you in your guiding process. Okay, so you could use a pendulum. That's energy dowsing. But let's see what Spirit has to say. I want to read these two specifically to you. So we have here, it says dowsing is not only for finding water or a misplaced smartphone. It can also be used for sensing your inner and surrounding energies. Exactly, look at that. If you've moved into a new home, take your dowsing rods and go into each room. If your dowsing rods move upward, up and down, it means that there are some negative energies in the space that must be cleared by using smoke, casting a salt circle, or simply opening the window to banish the energy. Remember that moving rods could suggest ley lines or underground steam, so ask for clarity. Dowsing can also help you read your own energy. Take your witch's stick or pendulum, like I said, and slowly move it over your entire body from your head to your tips of your toes. If the witch's stick move on its own, it means there's no problem. Now, before seeking medical advice, it might not be an issue with your physical health. Okay, hold on. Okay. It's saying that if you sing that, it doesn't mean that something makes you sick. It says it could mean that your energy is out of kilter, or your chakras or your auras need to be cleansed, realigned through meditation. Exactly. So, like I said, you have this ability here to read or sense energies. Now, Spirit is giving you some modalities that you can use if you want to practice that more and understand it more. So you could use a pendulum, you could use dowsing rods. And Spirit is giving you here what dowsing rods are. It says similar to a witching stick, dowsing rods are used to transmit energy to find what the user is looking for, whether it's answers, lost items, water, or gemstones. However, instead of making a Y-shaped dowsing rods are formed to make L-shaped sticks and are typically made of copper. So if you ever see dowsing rods, you hold them like this and they cross. Okay, you might see people do that on TikTok a lot and stuff like that. So basically it's just explaining to you how to do it. So that's something that you could do, as well as using a pendulum, a crystal, to get answers, to read the energy in the room and spaces like that. So then we also have here palmistry. So some of you all may be interested in palmistry and doing that, but specifically Spirit wants me to talk to you about the heart line. Okay, so it says the heart line, also known as the love line, is the last of the 3 major lines in palmistry. It deals with the emotional life and relationships. This includes your romance, friendships, sexuality, and commitment. The line is located above the headline, and is the highest horizontal line on the palm. So here's a few things to look for. If you're interested in reading your palm, you can look and see if any of those things correlate. Go ahead and take a screenshot and you can look at that. Now, the reason I want to bring up the heart line and the palmistry. Some of you may not be interested in palmistry, but Spirit is bringing up the energy of that because we're talking about the heart chakra in this sense. Now, the heart chakra is the middle chakra. In my visualization of the heart chakra, of the chakras, the heart chakra is combining the top 3 with the bottom 3. And it's basically the glue that holds them together. So when your energy is off, it unaligns all of your chakras. Especially you being a person, I feel like, that operates from the heart space. If you're off in that energy, it could off kilter or set off all of those emotions, right? So what Spirit is wanting you to understand or understand here is how important your energy is to be balanced in order to be able to clearly understand what energies you are encountering, right? Spirit is wanting you to play with these. It's like Spirit gave you like a box of Crayola crayons, like the 50 with the 164 pack or whatever, the one that got a whole bunch of crayons in it, right? And so you're allowed to play around and figure out, okay, well, this is what this energy is, and oh, I felt this when this happened. Spirit wants you to understand what energies are that you're experiencing around you so that they are more clear to you. And you can see why you're getting it rather than, oh, I just feel blue today. Why? You know what I'm saying? And how do you apply that to your life? So let's see what we have here from tarot. What do you have here when it comes to group 3 and their spiritual gifts? Group 3. Well, I definitely got the Magician on the top of that, but I'm not going to take all those cards. What do you have here for group 3? Oh my goodness. Okay, I'll keep the 9 of discs. So we got the 9 of Pentacles. Oh, wow. When I was shuffling, I saw the King of Wands, and there it is again. Hello, Mr. King. Oh, that's the Knight of Wands. Excuse me. And then we have here the Four of Wands. Anything else? Group 3 and their gifts. Thank you. And the Death card. All right. So, Group 3, what I got from this with your spiritual gift, well, with the Nine of Discs being beside the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is going to be, excuse me, action oriented. Oops, I just knocked down some cards. Action oriented. So, and you see this person back here has a bunch of plants, you know, like something they planted. And so now it's time for you to get out there and water those seeds and to do those things. So like I said, this is another method of Spirit saying explore and try a bunch of different things. Not go and just start trying everything, right? But build a community, find a place, find a space where you feel comfortable. Maybe even talking to somebody if you want to find someone that you can talk to about that. But it's no longer time for you to sit in the dark anymore. Spirit is wanting you to really look into what this is. And don't be resistant to this gift that you have, because it actually is very helpful for you to be able to read energies. And it will help you to avoid certain situations. If you put yourself in tricky situations, you'll be able to sense that before they happen. You will be able to be more cognate of people that you allow in your life, people you allow in your space. Why you don't like people, why you do like people. It's going to make everything so much more clear for you, is what Spirit is saying. So that's why this gift is so important to you. Being able to read these energies. Being able to empathize. So what else do you have here for Group 3 when it comes to their gift? What else do you have here when it comes to Group 3 and their gift? All right, that was a lot. But okay. When they throw a bunch of cards at me, that one felt like it was Spirit and not clumsiness. All right, let's see. So we have here a V. Oh my God, y'all. Okay. Let me tell y'all. I have a set of cards that's right here. Okay? And when I was shuffling, I kid you not, I will pick up the top card just so y'all can see. I will pick up the top card. When I was shuffling, I literally, every time I shuffled the cards, the wind gusted and it only blew this top card off. Now, I've done several readings, y'all. Never have these cards been affected by my shuffling. But today, this one card just kept flying and falling on the floor. And let me tell you what it is. It's the freaking Six of Wands. Speaking of victory. And look at this right here. It says victory in some endeavor. You will be victorious. If you are wondering if you are going to be able to utilize this gift and know how to apply it, you will be victorious. Trust it. It is a gift that you have. It's not a curse. So you will be victorious in exploring the gift some more. We got here bag, okay? It says, we have here bag. It says something important such as a new job or a raise, right? Exactly. You will be able to sense what jobs are best for you to go towards, which ones you shouldn't, which ones you feel like you're going to get, which ones you won't, which ones are going to bring you money, which ones won't, which ones are going to play with you, which ones won't. Because you'll be able to understand this energy. Spirit is wanting you to understand that, understand this so that you can apply it, right? We have here key, look, successful outcomes to your problems. Like, exactly. This is going to help you solve a lot of things. A lot of things that you felt like were a lot of question marks. They won't be question marks anymore, because you'll be able to apply this energy reading that you have this this foundation with. Excuse me, y'all. It says get back to the basics. Right, exactly. Quill. We have here bell. It says announcement. Exactly. And then we have here, pay attention to your finances, purse, exactly. So, if you, group number 3, pay attention to who and what you're investing in, but also understand the energy and inflection behind those things. Spirit wants you to take the full lesson. This is a full circle lesson, right? It's not just, oh, I have this gift, but it's how to apply it and then how to help you in certain situations if you feel like you're stuck, right? I hope that's making sense to you, because I want you to see in this death card, you see all of these things, right? So I'm going to turn it upright. In the death card, there's all these things. They're like all like in the smoke. Just like, even though this room is dark and it seems like nothing is in here, it's like, oh no, whoosh, 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 all this conflict, right? There's change that's happening, change that's necessary, and whether it makes you comfortable or not. Spirit is saying, if you're aware of the energies, the feelings behind what you feel about certain situations won't affect you as much. Okay? And I want you to sit with that and think about that, because the more you're aware of these feelings and emotions that you are experiencing, the more you are understanding them as energy that's necessary for you to learn and to heal, not things being done to you but for you. Okay? I hope that makes sense for you, group number 3. I love y'all. I will see y'all in the next reading. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, okay? Peace, and stay true to yourself.